from technology perspective, and China has made a point, has proven its capability to design, develop, and manufacturing the key parts of the new generation of nuclear technologies, and now literally deploy it and get it connected. Nuclear energy has been, is, and will continue to be an important part of China's clean energy revolution. Now the country has set targets, peaking emissions before 2030 and achieving carbon neutrality before 2060. So China is literally entering a new age in terms of acceleration of the clean energy revolution. And so the nuclear power plant getting connected online, starting in operation, symbolizes a major milestone forward, meaning China will be able to scale the deployment of new generation of nuclear technologies and be contributing to the energy revolution today.
So you would say that nuclear power is a viable alternative to coal then for China. And when do you think we could see a meaningful shift or change when it comes to coal?
It's so obvious, actually. China has made a commitment, and the major task actually is really to address the fossil fuel issues, particularly coal. And so we need to aggressively develop alternative non-fossil fuel energies. In that context, nuclear energy has a big role to play. We just need to accelerate. And today, coal accounts for about 58% of the energy used today in China. And according to the plan, looking into the future, by 2050, probably 85 or 90% of China's energy has to come from non-fossil fuels. And just imagining by the middle of the century, not only solar, wind, but also nuclear will be developed to the level unprecedented, probably in human history, never seen before. And in that context, otherwise, China cannot be possibly able to achieve the goal set already in terms of carbon neutrality before 2060.
So bring us up to date, if you can, on the other alternative energy sources that China is using. You mentioned wind and solar. What are you seeing?
China definitely has been already leading in terms of develop very aggressively solar and wind energy, and leading in terms of both the investment and the installations already. Last year, interesting enough, actually, China made another historic record. Even in the middle of the pandemic, China installed a total of more than 120 gigawatts of solar and wind last year. And if you remember, actually, Chinese President Xi Jinping made a commitment to the Paris Agreement. One of the commitments actually is by 2030, we're going to add another 12,000 gigawatts of solar and wind energy by then. What does that mean? That means actually between now and 2030, every year, China has to install at least 80 gigawatts of solar and wind energies. This level of clean energy probably installation has never been seen or experienced anywhere else actually in the world before. So China is definitely well positioned to lead that.
That being said, what can other countries learn from China when it comes to wind and solar? Because, we know that it's expensive. It is very expensive to put in place. And that, I think that has been what is holding other countries back.
No, because of China's contribution to the fast industrialization of clean energy technology, particularly in this case, actually solar and wind, the cost of solar and wind energy has managed to drop down so dramatically. It's so cheap today, actually. So it's totally feasible, affordable. It's mostly because of China's contribution in the industrialization process. So China not only is, deploying as much, solar and wind energy as much as possible today domestically, but also really contributing to other parts of the world so that people will be able to afford the solar energy and wind energy today, rather than, continue to rely on coal and other fossil fuels.
Changhua